start with what you have access to first of all.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Let me see the ones I have access to for now. Eleven responses. One more person has submitted. Let's see. Who is this person that submitted screenshots? I don't have access to that. I don't have access to that person that submitted screenshots. Let's see this one. So let me share my screen. I'm seeing some funny responses. I'm seeing some very funny responses that I do not understand. Right. Okay, so if please, can you grant me the access to be able to share my screen, make co-host? Thank you. Make me a co-host, please. I can't share my screen at the moment.
You can share now.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, I'm sure you guys can see my screen. This is still loading. Still loading. Wow. This person, I expected. Let it finish loading. Let me see. Is it done? Okay. Okay. And I think this person is still on this dock walking or something. I don't know. Who has this one? You're still on the dock walking. Okay. Let's look at it. I wasn't expecting you to do anything really colorful. I mean, I just wanted I didn't even expect the picture, right? So I just wanted something with just a Google Doc typed. Just a Google Doc typed, and you just take into consideration all of the necessary things, from the demographics to their interests to their behavior, and you take those things into consideration and use them to just draft a very simple list. But I think this is quite okay as well. So let's just see. Rex Health Store. Okay, this is your environment, your location, and this person's name is Vanessa Barrera, and this is white. So first of all, where you're even starting, where you're even making your mistake from the very start is that you are a health store located in Ikeja, GRA, Lagos, which is the hub of Africa. And you are now using a white person for your wire personnel. To start with, from the name Vanessa Barrera, this is white, this person is white, and you said she's a housewife. I need healthy drinks for my family. Okay, let's go to the about. She has 2 kids, one 3-year-old and one 5-year-old. She wants to feed her children and healthy drinks so they can grow healthy. Yes, our kids getting sick, feeding our kids unhealthy means losing our family. Product philosophy needs fat-free food, no preservatives, sales to safe to consume for all ages, interest, doing groceries, reading parenting books, shopping for kids' clothes, challenges not on the stores. Who has this, please? Is the person in the class? Rex Health Store. I don't know. Are you in the class? If you're in the class, please just raise your hand so that we can make the correction. Whose hand is raised? Emmanuel, listen. Okay, Emmanuel, you can unmute.
Okay, sir. Good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning, Emmanuel.
Okay, sorry, Manuel. Ivy, please, could you stop? So stop sharing your screen, right? Then start sharing again. Then view the options and turn off annotation so that no one will be able to write on the screen. So share again.
Okay.
Yeah, you're the only one that can turn it off on your end since you're the one sharing screen.
Okay. I'll try to do that.
Okay, have you seen where to turn it off?
Let me see. Yes.
So the view options, yes, turn off annotation.
Let's open for the right screen again. Let's just before. Who was Emmanuel, right? Yes, Emmanuel, please unmute. Don't be offended about that interruption. I sit there.
Yes, sir.
Emmanuel, yes.
Yes.
Cool. Let's look at this your bio persona that you try to create, right? First of all, is really confusing, honestly. So that's why I asked you to unmute. I want you to tell me what you had in mind when you were writing it. I mean, what exactly does your health store deal on? And what exactly does your buyer want? Aside the fact that the buyer is, first of all, not even Nigerian, except you want to tell me you want to target outside the country, which is okay. But what do you have in mind when you are trying to put up this? So I will know that I know what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I firstly is an health store, so we are trying to. I try to work on like customers that could not they didn't have the time or the opportunity to like go to a pharmacy to get drugs. Also, like if they have any of their family members that they are sick, so we'll try to like create an avenue or a means that we can just go there, attend to them, just like a mobile health, like a mobile treatment center. So it's not that they will just need to kind of, irrespective of their location, where they are, we can also go to where they are, treat them since they are already on an insurance scheme. So we can just like take care of them after that. Then the cost will be sent to the insurance where the insurance is going to pay us. So that was what I was trying to kind of work on.
Okay. Okay. But I think from what you just said now and from what you did, there is a whole lot of disparity. I don't actually sit in the same position. This scenario that is here that I can see, if I'm reading it correctly, says she has two kids, one 3-year-old and one 5-year-old, meaning
Yes.
two children. She wants to feed her children healthy drinks so they can grow healthy. So it's
Yes.
more or less like this woman is as if this person is only interested in healthy drinks.
Yes, sir.
And from what you said it's more like an insurance scheme where if they are sick, love like a mobile care where you can move down.
What I'm explaining to you is that each, as in any cost or any item that the customer gets from us, they are not the one paying. So it's the insurance and the one taking care of the costs. That's what I'm trying to kind of explain to you. It's just like a partnership business with an insurance company, and their customers or their clients come to our store to take drugs or supplements. Then the cost and everything, we'll send it to the insurance pays us.
Mm, okay, okay, but this still doesn't work, right? It still doesn't work from what I can see here. Yeah, it's still very different. This is healthy drinks, right? And you talked about whatever she takes is on an insurance, and most people who are under insurance schemes for medicines or for healthcare insurance, healthcare insurance or whatever, they are mainly focused on when they are unhealthy and maybe they need to get drugs or they need to visit a doctor or visit the hospital for treatment and stuff like that. But this is more on healthy drink. It is now seems like a grocery store, honestly. I think this is looking like a grocery store that are trying to say we sell healthy drinks for um maybe single moms that have kids and do not have time to um, prepare drinks for themselves or go for physical shopping. From if I look at it in the from the angle I'm looking at it, which I'm seeing here, is what it looks like because it says she has two kids, one 3-year-old and one 5-year-old. She wants to feed her children healthy drinks so they can grow healthy. Her fears are getting sick, feeding her kids unhealthy meals, losing her family. Her product philosophy means fat-free food, no preservatives, safe to consume for all ages. Her interest doing groceries, so that's groceries. Now grocery store is there. And last I checked, a health store is not a grocery store. And then we now see reading parenting books, shopping for her kids' clothes, challenges, not a lot stores. And you don't also have how you even come in to help solve the problem. So it's a bit very confusing on how this health store is actually going to meet this of habit. So I think it's really a very rough patch. You might have to work on it. You have to think about it again. Try to tailor it down and channel it to exactly what this store is going to offer to the kind of people that are supposed to be coming there.
Okay, sir.
Yes, it's very, 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 very confusing from what I can see.
Thank you, sir.
I just need to work on it again. You're welcome. Let's see the next person. Um, who's this? Badama Silawan. Are you guys seeing my screen? This particular screen?
Yes, sir.
I don't know
Yes,
what
we
this
can see it.
well, I'm confused. I don't know what this person did. I'll have to move on from this.
Adam Digital.
Person just did, went to Google and went to that. This is even Wikipedia and just copied and paste. But the digital marketing is a component of marketing that come on, this. But I'm asking you didn't do the assignment though, just so you know. That's not the assignment. That is a copy and paste of something that is not even close to the assignment. So you have to let's see this person. Aniekan Daniel. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Let's see this. Name Sarah Daniel. Overview. Sarah Jones is a successful corporate executive seeking her dream home in an upscale neighborhood. She values professionalism, efficiency, and expert advice from a real estate agent who understands her specific needs and provides guidance throughout the entire home buying process. While Sarah is time constrained, she is willing to invest in meeting her goals and building a long-term relationship with a trusted real estate professional. All right, liking this. Demographics, she's 35 years old. She's a female, she's married, she's a corporate executive. Her salary or income is $150,000 per year, and she stays in an urban area. Goals and motivation, owning a dream home. Sarah is motivated to find a home that meets her family's needs and preferences. This includes having enough space for her husband, two children, and a home office. Upscaling lifestyle. That's her next goal. Sarah wants to live in a prestigious neighborhood surrounded by green areas, good schools, and other affluent families, as she believes it reflects her and her family's success. Yes, I love this. Investing for the future. Sarah is interested in real estate as an investment opportunity, looking for properties that have the potential to appreciate over time. Challenges and pain points, time constraints. Sarah has a demanding job and limited time to dedicate to the home buying process. She needs an agent who can efficiently narrow down the options and facilitate smooth transactions. Lack of local knowledge. Sarah recently moved to the area and is unfamiliar with the neighborhood, schools, and local market trends. She needs guidance and expert advice to make informed decisions. Overwhelmed by choices. Sarah finds the numerous listings and property options overwhelming.
The line is breaking. I can hardly hear you.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yes, it's
Yes,
better.
we can.
Okay. All right. Sarah, where did I stop? Overwhelmed by choices. Sarah finds the numerous listings and property options overwhelming. She needs assistance in sifting through the options and making confident choices. Preferred communication channels, email, and in-person meetings. Information sources. This person really broke this down. I commend this. Information sources, online portals, and listing websites. Sarah begins her search by browsing online platforms, looking for available homes in her desired neighborhoods, and accessing key details such as square footage and price, recommendations and referrals. Sarah seeks recommendations from friends, colleagues, and trusted sources who have recently bought real estate or have knowledge of the local markets. Key factors influencing purchase decisions, location and amenities. Sarah prioritizes neighborhoods with good schools, proximity to her workplace, and nearby amenities such as parks, shopping centers, and recreational facilities. Property conditions. Sarah prefers move-in ready homes or those requiring minimal renovations. Resale potential. I love this. Who's raising their hand? Onaji Sunday. Okay. You have the floor, Sunday. Naji Sunday, your hand is up. You can unmute and speak if you want to speak. Maybe you raised your hand by mistake. Mubarak Abdullahi, do you also want to speak? Your hand is up as well. Okay, you people are raising your hands. Lower it down if you know you don't want to say anything, please. Thank you. So, back to this. I hope you guys can see this and you can see how this is detailed. And this is for a real estate brand. And this is really detailed. I think the only place I have a problem is the name. So there's a confliction in name. First of all, I think that might not be the only place, but from what I see here first, we have Sarah Daniel and we have Sarah Jones. So it's kind of confusing. But this is detailed, this is appropriate. First of all, people who are looking to really dive into real estate or buy very good houses, take into consideration most of the things that have been listed here. And from the age bracket is correct, at least some ladies who are between 30, 35, 40, they are already very top professionals in corporate organizations and they earn quite a lot of money to be able to really. God Access is not hearing me. Who else is not hearing me, please? Is there another person not hearing me? Let me know if it's only him. So we'll know that he's the one. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Yes, we can hear you
We can
clearly.
hear you clear. We can hear you clear, sir.
We can hear you.
Okay.
You are audible, sir.
Mubarak, I think you need to sort that out. You should turn on your join with audio, join with device audio from the bottom left of your screen if you're using a smartphone. Or you log out and log in again and see if maybe that is the issue because the network can be very terrifying. But yes, back to this. So I think this person really touches the pain points and what someone who's looking to buy real estate would be looking at, right? I can see Sarah Jones. That's where there's a problem. So the first name is Sarah Daniel, and down here is Sarah Jones. So that might have to be corrected. That might just be a slight mistake. I can understand. She's a successful cooperative. She's a successful corporate executive seeking her dream home in an upscale neighborhood. And I like the way this person, under these goals and motivations, I like this upscaling lifestyle here, where he said Sarah wants to live in a prestigious neighborhood surrounded by green areas, good schools, and other affluent families, as she believes it reflects her and her family's success. This is a very key detail that was really paid attention to by Anik and Daniel. People who have attained of some level of influence in the society or some attain a certain level, they always want to stay in a neighborhood where they um they can mingle with people who are like minds or who they feel are at the same affluent level like them, because of course at that point they are now looking at their status. So they also take into consideration their societal status, which this reflects. This actually points that out on this buyer persona, and this is really good. She's a female, she's married, corporate executive, $150,000 per year, meaning she earns really, really well. And location, she stays in an urban area. Oh, and she also wants to buy real estate. And these are what her goals and her motivations for wanting to buy real estate. She wants to own a dream home. She wants to upscale her lifestyle. She also wants to invest for the future. This is beautiful. And her challenges, her pain points are also on points. Like, I mean, she doesn't have a lot of time on her hands because her job is demanding. So she needs an agent who she can trust, a real estate agent that can effectively narrow down the options and help her to get smooth transactions. That is very cool. She doesn't have local knowledge of You're raising your hand. If you can hear me, you want to say something, you can say it. Who you Zemi and Moses? You're raising your hand. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can hear you now.
Is anybody hear me? That's like now let me show.
Okay, it's very bad, sir. We can't even hear you.
Wow. Okay. Can you guys hear me now? Okay, am I clear now? Yes.
That's better, sir.
So bad. It's crazy. I can't share my screen again now, so I don't know if I will be able to review others again. So if you're there, please, I got issues with network and I got locked out. And as I got locked out, I wasn't. I'm back, but I can't share my screen again. So please, can you?
Yes, you can. You can share your screen now.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So I have to rush through this now. I've been able to just review one. Let's look at some other ones. Who was the last person I reviewed? Nathan Daniel. Let's look at this person, Daniel Olua. Is she? Okay. So this is Daniel Olua Sushia. Connotes digital buyer persona for consultants and service providers in Nigeria. So I have to be fast now. So you guys are going to bear with me. I'll have to rush it. Ambitious comfort is the target audience name or the name he gave for this particular persona. 8th degree education, profession, she's an independent consultant. Her objective, she wants to expand her consulting business, aims to increase lead generation for higher revenues, and seeks to establish herself as an industry authority. All right, good. Main challenges are she struggles with inconsistent lead generation. She lacks effective sales team training, lack of effective sales team training rather. Limited online presence, values and motivations. Our main challenges, values and motivations. Okay, values personal growth and development. She's motivated by, this is a bit, I think you jumbled up some things here. Motivated by financial success and independence, seek recognition in her field. Are those challenges? I think those are not outside challenges. Buying behaviors, researches extensively before making decisions. Values, referrals, and recommendations. Willing to invest in proven strategies. Communication preferences. Okay, this person also did communication preferences. Prefers email and LinkedIn for professional communication. Attends webinars and industry events. Active on industry forums and groups. Media and social networks. LinkedIn, industry-specific blogs, business magazine, Twitter for industry updates. Okay, this is quite good, but I think you jumbled up some things here. Main challenges, challenges and struggles. The first one is struggles because of inconsistent generation, which is a challenge. Lack of effective sales team training, which is also a challenge. Limited online presence can also be a challenge. Then I see values and motivations here, and I see values, personal growth and development, motivated by, I think you were trying to do values and motivations.
Exactly. I omitted that. I was supposed to make these values and motivation a separate heading.
Yes, I see it
Was
now.
stated.
Values personal growth and development, motivated by financial success and independence, seek recognition in her field. About behaviors and communication preferences and media and social networks. But I think one thing a lot, both the last person, I think the last person I checked, I missed that, not also add is how your business is going to help this person to achieve their goals or to be able to achieve their goals and their objectives, right? Um, you've stated their challenges, you've stated their objectives and goals, you stated their buying behaviors and their interests, their preferences, and all of those stuff, which makes it even more detailed. But I still think you still need to add that part where you're going to say, this is how we are going to help this person solve their problem. Because it's simple 3-line, 4-line, or 5-line sentence of how you pointed out pinpoints of how you're going to help this person to solve their challenge that they are going through and reach out to them or help them to make their life better. But generally, um, this is also quite good. This is quite good. So just that, right? This one should be a heading, of course. Values and motivations. Main challenges. Yeah, the challenges are 3. The objectives or the goals are also there. This is good. I think this is okay. Just try to add that how your business is going to help this person to be able to solve their problem, and that should be all. Let me check the next person. Ojetunde Praise. Uh, Okay, now we have this for who's this? Ojetunde Praise. Ayo Abbas. Okay, now let's look at this. Ayo Abbas is a civil servant working on weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. The picture, first of all, sends a very large disparity. But let's leave the picture now. Let's look at the right top first. Ayo Abbas is a civil servant working on weekdays, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. He's educated university graduate. He's tired of being a tenant and plans to erect a bungalow for his nuclear family. His work schedule does not afford him the time to monitor conveyance of construction materials to his sites. Goals: to convey construction materials to sites intact, to concentrate on his work without distractions, to connect with trustworthy suppliers. His challenges are time of construction typically clashes with his work schedule. Of course. Lack of transportation means to his sites. Okay. No trustworthy suppliers to help without strict goods. To help with, that should be with, not without. To help with strict goods monitoring. Age 35 to 60, this is supposed to come first. Sex, male. Hometown, Okehu, Oyo State, university graduate, civil servant, lives with wife and children. Key identifiers: full-time work, family man, educated, 6 trustworthy suppliers. How you're going to help: provide online platform for ordering of materials, make transport and its booking affordable and easy, make easy visual verification of materials on site. Nice. This is nice. I like this. I think it touches. I think it touches most of the points that will warrant or that will make a civil servant want to use your business and your platform. First, he doesn't have time, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. is very tight on time. Please give me a second. Okay, yeah. So, first of all, He is a civil servant, so he works from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and he barely has maybe 2 hours to go to his site, maybe after he closes from work in the evening. And that is not enough to know exactly what is going on in his site, because let's say, for instance, he closes from work by 4 p.m. Before he will get to even his site, you're looking at, depends on the location, you're looking at, say, 5:30, 6 p.m. or 5 p.m. depends about. And this person seems to be like a very honest civil servant. He's educated, a university graduate, tired of being a tenant, plans to erect a bungalow for his nuclear family. These are all nice. His goals are to convey construction materials to his site intact. Yeah. So the fear of his construction materials being stolen, theft, and all of those. Yeah, those things are one of his goals. So he wants the materials to be able to get to their sites without any issues. He wants to also concentrate on his work without distractions, or thinking of some work is going on his site. How does he go there? He's worried that maybe the workers are not working as they're supposed to work, or maybe his materials are going to be stolen. So I think that touches that, to connect with trustworthy suppliers, to suppliers who will be able to supply the exact amount of goods he orders, and also get them straight up to the site intact without any issues. I think that is his major challenge, to get his to food. This person is more or less of thinking of getting supplies that will go straight to his location without issues. So I understand. Yep. I think I like this. This works. Time of construction typically clashes with his work schedule, which is one of his challenge. Lack of transportation means to his site. Yeah, sometimes you will not have money to go to his site. I wanted to say, somebody that is building a house, transportation to your site shouldn't be a problem. But I remember that this is life. Sometimes you might not just have transport. It happens, especially if the site is maybe very, very far away from where he's living and working. And there's no trustworthy suppliers to help with strict goods monitoring. And you said you're going to help him provide an online platform for ordering of materials. You're going to help make his transport and booking easy and affordable, make easy visual verification of materials on sets. Okay, they touch the pain points. I think they touch the challenges. So first of all, he needs a reliable, trustworthy supplier. And you're providing an online platform for ordering of materials, so he doesn't have to come physically to place the orders. And you're saying you're trustworthy enough that what he orders is what he's going to get. You make transport and booking affordable and easy, and you make visual verification of materials on. Okay, all right, this is cool. This is cool, and this is nice. This is nice. Just this picture. That's a picture of a white man. I know you're trying to depict a civil servant, but this guy's name is Abbas Ayo. He's a Yoruba man, not white, and he's in Oyo State started. So that picture doesn't. He could have just left the picture out and just written the documents, but the documents is fine in its entirety. It makes sense. Nice job, Breeze. All right. Shall I look at any other person's own before I move on? I think I've just been looking at that of guys. Is there a lady here? Let me see. This seems like a lady. Comfort Faturiza. Let me see. That's that of a lady. I've been looking at that of the male counterparts. Okay, so it's still loading. Another mistake of using a white man Well, let me read this thing first. Let me read it first and then let me confirm so that I can move on. One sec. Up now. So, expert career advice. 12F Gregory Heights, third floor, Denver. This is not in Nigeria. 29220. expertcvservices@email.com. And their number is not Nigerian either. But I've just taken that off. Daniel Smith. Daniel Smith is not Nigerian. A fresh graduate needs what this person say. Need multiple compelling curriculum vitae that will effectively showcase my skills and also be tailored down to diverse online jobs. About he's a fresh and multi-talented guy who is passionate about landing multiple jobs online to cater to his personal needs, siblings, and single mom. Tech savvy, online jobs, multi-tailored, compelling CVs, work-life balance, goals, diversify streams of income, explore varied financial stability, challenges, limited writing skills, uncertain about CV formats, tailoring for specific jobs. This person, where do you copy this thing from? Comfort Fatorisa. Is she in this call? Who has this thing? This buyer persona. Are you in this call? You're in this call. Omit. Let's have a conversation.
Hey, Jesus. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, ma'am. Where did you get this from, ma'am? Be honest with me.
Okay, I actually edited the template.
You did the templates, right?
Yes.
Yeah. It's obvious. It's obvious. What kind of business do you do?
I write CVs and cover letters.
Okay, I CVs and cover letters.
Yes.
Nice. Okay. You edited the templates. It's okay, but you didn't edit it properly. I'm not against you editing the template, but you didn't edit it properly. And I mean, I think it would have been better off if you did this from the scratch by yourself. Use the template as a guide and try to work it out yourself. That way you'll be able to tailor it down to people that you have been working on and people that you're working for. As much as research is very much important when you want to write a buyer persona, just like I said earlier this morning when what was that guy's name? Asked me a question about it this morning, and I said it's also very important that in as much as that is important, for someone who has been doing a business before and maybe you're in this class, I'm expecting that you should have a better idea of people that have been buying from you and what they look like and their behaviors generally, what the challenges were before they came to you to get your services. So it's okay to use a template, but I think it would have been better if you maybe use the template as your guide and worked on a Google Doc from scratch and try to align this to really suit your own business, especially because our business environment and the business environment or do you write CVs for white people?
No, sir.
A white person before? No. Yeah, so you see that's the thing. So there are a lot of things here. First of all, the white guy picture, the name sounds very foreign. Of course, it's a very foreign name, Daniel Smith. I know that some Nigerians answer some kind of foreign names like this too, but it's rare, and I expect that you could have done something more tailored down to the Nigerian market. I need multiple curriculum which is effectively. So you might need to try and work on this again. I see likes, I see challenges, I see goals. Limited writing skill is a challenge. Uncertain about CV formats can also be a challenge. Tailoring for specific jobs. Yeah, these are all the right challenges for people who have CVs or who are looking for professionals to write CVs for them. Fresh and multi-talented graduate who is passionate about landing multiple jobs online to cater to his personal needs, siblings, and single mom. Okay. Tech savvy, online jobs, multi-tailored competence CVs, work-life balance. They can explore wide roles and gain financial stability. I think you're right on some of these things, but you need to do a bit more thorough work on it, and you also need to tell how your services are going to help this person to write their CVs better, and how your own unique selling point, because you're not the only person that is writing CV for people, or that does this service. So there should be something that should also make you unique, that will make this person prefer to use your own service for his CV writing, right? But you did a good job editing these challenges and goals, and makes sense. But I think you should be able to do something better than this. On a Google Doc, plain sheet, just scratch your hands on something, try something out, right?
Okay.
That should be all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So that was comfort. Let's see one last person. Hamilton Lumbani Tembo. Before I move on, I think this should be the last. Tech savvy Hilda. First of all, my name is not spelled correctly. That's my name. Tech savvy Hilda. Hilda Bassi. Demography is age 21 to 30 years old. She's a female, lives in the urban or suburban areas. Income is middle to upper middle class. Income. Middle to upper middle class. Confused on that. Confused on that a bit. Background. Let me see. Background is education. College graduate with a degree in tech-related field. Works as business analyst at a tech firm. Goals are to stay ahead in tech service by owning the latest gadgets, improve her productivity and efficiency of technology, get the best value for our money purchasing electronics. Frustrations, struggles with deciding which electronic product to buy due to abundance of options, concerned about the price of high-end electronics, wants tech products that enhance productivity and entertainment. How we help? We offer detailed product descriptions and reviews on our website or social media page. Provide educational content about how our electronics can enhance productivity and entertainment. Highlight the value and features. Highlight the values and features of our products. That should be our your product. Offer loyalty programs or exclusive deals like live by to reward repeat customers. Okay. Hamilton. Okay, so our income middle to upper middle class. I think it's better you just put the income range. Let's know how much this person earns on an average. It will help you. Middle to upper middle class sounds, I don't know, is not maybe that really specific. It's kind of confusing. to me to start with. I don't know about others. So I think you should have put an income range. Say it depends on, I don't know, say maybe because income, salary, that means if it's yearly, you say so and so amount to so and so amount yearly. If it's monthly, you say between so and so thousand to so and so thousand monthly. That way we know, okay, this is how much this person earns on a monthly basis, this is how much this person earns on a yearly basis. So in this line, this person can be interested in buying gadgets. And of course, I can see that the person is tech savvy. He's got college. This education should be okay. Should be at that top occupation, works as business necessary. Okay, okay. See works, see works. Then the frustrations and everything in school. These offer loyalty programs or exclusive deals like what's this laid by? I don't know. What does that mean? What does that mean? To reward repeat customers. I don't know what that means. Are you in this call? Hamilton.
Yes, I am.
Okay. So what
Lay-by is to buy something and then pay deposit, and then you finish the other amount later, and then you take your product.
is that what it means?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's a new thing. I'm just hearing that for the first time. I'm not familiar with that thing. Okay, it's fine.
Okay.
Okay, I think this is okay. So you might have to do more than what I said it yesterday. If you cater to a wide range of audience, you might have to do more than one buyer persona for the different
Okay.
segment of audience. Because that is where the research also comes in, where you can research and know the different levels of your buying audience and know the different type of things that you might want them to do, or that you might want to put out to be able to reach out to them. But
Okay.
that's okay. That should be that.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Okay, there's just two persons remaining. Oh no, did I just close that? I closed it, that means that's the ah. There's just two persons left that I think I've not yet checked their own. And then are the only two I'm going to check. You submitted your own now. Sorry. Already behind time. I should just leave it there. This is already 11. We can quickly do what we need to do for today. This Christiana, this is screenshot. I don't know who's submitting it. Let me see what the screenshot looks like. Who is submitting a screenshot? Why are you submitting a screenshot? Let me see what the screenshot looks like. Ah, ah. Christiana, are you on this call? Christiana, is Christiana here on this call? Okay, Christiana is not here. I don't, I don't understand this. So to start it was a screenshot. So that was the first red flag. So I'll just do that. Check this last person. So let's see this last person's zone because I don't understand what she just screenshotted something from wherever God knows. That person not for real estate, another real estate marketing business. Abi Bola, Emmanuel Abi Bola. Name, focus leader. Page 26. Occupation, education, BSc, biochemistry. Occupation is a biochemist on the Lagos Island.
Sir, please, can you go back again?
To where?
Sir, please, can you go back again?
I've gone back.
Okay.
Okay. This is it now. This is where you wanted me to go back to, right? This is it.
No, the assignment page. I haven't gotten the question clearly.
That was it. I'm not sure what you're talking about, so maybe I'll have to do it later. Let me focus on this. Focus Linda, age 26, she's about chemist, works on the Lagos Island. She's beautiful according to this because Linda is a beautiful, focused about chemist who cares a lot about her career. She likes to mentor upcoming biochemists and hopes to become an industry leader. She believes in family and loves to strike a balance between her work and personal life. However, she stays in the mainland area of Lagos. So to become an industry leader, to have a successful career, upcoming biochemists, have a great work-life balance. At conclusion, little time can spend family always make solution. A student environment for better focus, a spacious apartment and physical offer from our workplace, which she can use to host her online flexible property inspection time, easy property acquisition. Emmanuel, I think you kind of make it very, very dicey and confusing. It's kind of jumbled because in all these things you stated, I don't see anywhere you really stated that this person needs a real estate. It doesn't look like this person is looking for an apartment. I don't know. I'm seeing goals, I'm seeing frustrations, and then I'm seeing solutions that's different from the frustrations and the goals. Right? She's focused. She works on the island, which is, and then she lives in the mainland, which is like, okay, she has to leave the house very early, come back late because her work schedule and her work schedule. Who's my sorry, I had to meet the person. So because her work schedule and her living are a bit very complex, so she has to leave the house early, come back late, all of those stuff is understandable. I mean, from what I see, it makes sense. But then you said You said her goals are to become an industry leader, to have a successful career, to inspire and mentor upcoming biochemists, and to have a great work-life balance. These are her goals. And her frustrations are little time to attend to all her needs and family, always in a haste because of the lack of available time, inability to meet up with daily tasks. And then the solutions are not in any way related to her goals and her frustrations. I hope you see the point call. I hope you can see the point I'm coming from and how you can correct that, right? You not come down to solutions. I don't know. Maybe that is how you can help her. And it's not even still clear enough. And you said a serene environment for better focus. A spacious apartment and beautiful, not far from my workplace, which she can use to host. Is just it just differs from her goals and her frustration and the goals she's hoping to achieve and her position. There's a lot of disparity. There's a lot of difference. If the gap, the margin is too wide. I need you to narrow it down. I don't know. You can take a cue from the first person that I read from that I also did for a real estate. You see, that was very detailed. That was well detailed, well researched, because he broke it down to the kind of person that will actually want to get a real estate. Even if let's say this lady now, to even start with, you said, what did you say? You said, let me go down to where you talk about life. All her needs and family always in a haste. Is she married? Let's start with that. Is she married? Linda. Is this person on this call? Yes.
Yes, I am, sir. I am, sir.
Okay. Let's go. Is she married?
Okay, okay, she is not married. But
No, I
I think what I kind of, because I took it as a personal something, because I hope to start a real estate marketing outfit soon. So it's just like I'm kind of thinking of calling like people. I don't have no one specific in mind, but with these things, I would be
okay.
able to at least create a content that will fit this certain kind of people. So I know when I said she wants to have maintain a balance, she could not maintain the balance because of the distance. So she needs somewhere very close to the island, like a walk. And for her to maybe she has the kind of community of people she hosts, like, so the apartment has to be beautiful. It has to be something that is like very, very attractive that she can use for maybe Instagram live and all those kind of things. So that's why I included it has to be beautiful and all. And the balance will make her focus more on her career. That's thing. So I did not have somebody like one minister, somebody to just gather a group of people. I think this is what I had in mind, sir.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I understand now what you had in mind, but I think what you have in mind and what is actually seems a bit different. So, since you've not started a real estate business, I would advise you that before you begin to do a personal like this, you need to do a research, right? A research. I don't know if I should show you guys that now. You need to do a research on what you want or how you want to, so that you know what you're writing. Because from this now, it, there's a lot of it's disjointed somehow, it doesn't really set the pace and put the pictures right. So you can always do a research. You can talk to maybe people who have bought real estate before. You can talk to people who maybe who are living far away on the island and working on the mainland. You have the kind of questions you want to ask them, and always give them options to be able to express themselves. Right? It's not you know that they're trying to help you build your business. so it might not be compulsory for them. So, but try to ask them questions. That way you know their challenges. I mean, anybody that lives on the island and works on the mainland and maybe is within this age range, they will tell you what they like and what they want and how this thing has been messing up with them. So you know that, okay, this is the challenge that these people have. Then you can now know where your business can actually come into factor or solve that challenge or that issue, right? Is quite like that. So I think that is like maybe majorly what you can do to be able to get this right, because the solution and the goals and frustrations that this person is facing, they kind of differ in a lot of ways, right? That being said, for those of us that managed to do the assignments, those you guys did a good job. You tried. I have just 13 responses. I can't go through all. I think that should be all. That if I click on these 3 more files, I will not be able to read them. I will not have access because they were submitted late and they were not granted access to me. So we'll have to just move on from there, right? And move on to other things. I think a lot of us I have to stop sharing now. Yeah, so I think I'll just leave that at where it is now. Tried, done the assignment. It's just I had to take time to do this because as you can see now, you can see that some persons are having a lot of issues with it. So that is where the issues first of all start, because you need to know exactly who your audience are so that you know exactly what you are putting out for them, right? Some of us are, of course, with time you get used to it, right? You get used to it. So this is your first time maybe trying it for the first time, so it's not expected that you should be perfect, but at least from the corrections, for those of us that did not do the assignments, and from the corrections I've read in class, I think you should be able to know exactly what you want to write and how to tailor it down to the people that actually this is going to actually solve their needs or meet their problems. So we don't end up just doing the things and just doing it and just pushing out things because we assume, okay, this is this people and this are this people. That's where the research also comes in, right? So it's always very imperative. I did not lay emphasis on that yesterday, but it's very imperative that before you do this, you do a research. That research is very important. You can talk to people, you can do survey forms, you can do a research to be able to know exactly what these people need and how best your solution is going to help solve their problem. That is the very start of it. That is the first part of it. How do you solve their problem? Because everybody is doing business to solve problems. Your business is out to solve problems. And if you're not solving that problem or you're not touching the problem where it's supposed to be touched, you will not be able to solve the problem. If you don't know the kind of persons, the characteristics, the profile of the persons that your solution is going to reach out to, or your solution is going to make sense to, you are not going to be able to solve their needs or touch their pain points to be able to solve their needs. So you see that all these things are very, 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 very important. They are very, very, very important. Let me just show you how you can set up a survey form, a very simple survey form. I don't know, I know most of us and we know how to use Google form, but you can use a Google form, right? And you don't have to make the questions so plenty. You don't also have to make it I just want to do something off the top of my head now. It's not planned, so we'll just do something off the top of our head with any business that just comes in our mind, and we'll see what we can achieve from this. Now, if you look at this, this is where you can set up a Google form, just like the one that was set up that we used to fill attendance in the class and also submit the assignments. I just closed that one. Just like that one that we use now, right? If you come down, if you open your Google Chrome, your Google browser being Chrome, and you see Google, of course, which is like the search engine, yeah. you come to this place. If you look at my mouse, I'm sure all of you can see where my mouse is moving. So you see this dots, dots, dots that looks like squares where you have Google Apps. That is where you can actually find Google applications that are necessary, that are in relation to Google. After this setting, we'll know how to Google My Business and move on. This is the 11. So you see all the Google apps. You can see Google Search. You can see Google My Business, which is also like a mini website on Google that your business can appear on Google. This is very important. I'm going to show you guys how to do this. I already have it registered, but I'll show you just a simple step so you can try it by yourself. This is Google Maps. This is YouTube. Of course, YouTube is also. I should go back a little. Okay, let me start afresh. You can see my screen, right? Now, let's say we open a new tab from here. You can open a new tab. I'm sure you know how to open a new tab on your system. Just add a new tab, right? And it's going to open up a new tab where you have this search, where you can search for anything on Google. Search for anything. These are places that I have, websites that I have searched and I frequently visit or frequently search to do some things. You can say, if you can see my screen, you see that there are a lot of tabs up, right? And this is a new page on Google. Then you go to this, your right-hand side, on the top right-hand of your screen, where you have your Google account. Of course, you should have a Google account, being a Gmail account. That is not difficult to have, right? This Google account might be just this is where your Google account is going to be. Then you come down to this place, these 4 buttons. You see 1, 2, 3. Is it 4 or 3, 3, 3? 9. 9 dots that make up a square, right? And then you click on it. It's going to give you Google Apps. You can see search, business profile manager, maps, YouTube, Google Play Store, Google News, Google Mail, that's Gmail, Google Meets for Google meetings. If you want to do Google meetings, we use it a lot. Chats like Google Chats, contacts. This is where if you store your contacts on your Gmail on your Google accounts, they are going to be stored here. So even if you lost your phone, like me now, even if I maybe God forbid something happens to my phone, maybe it breaks down, it crashes, I don't have access to my phone anymore. At least one thing I will not lose are my contacts because all of them are here. If I click on it now and open it, you're going to see my contacts. So this is where you can store your contacts on Google, right? This is Google Drive, where you store folders and files and all what you need to store. I have important folders and files on my Google Drive. This is Google Calendar, where you can schedule meetings on your calendar. This is Translate. We use to translate languages. This is Google Photos for pictures. This one is Ad Center. If you're running ads, Google Ads, right? And this is Shopping. And you can see a whole lot of them. This is Google Docs, Google Sheets, Slides, Google Slides, just like we have Microsoft PowerPoint slide. You can use Google Slides. Sort of maybe you don't want to use PowerPoint. This is Google Doc. Maybe you don't want to use Microsoft Word document. Use Google Docs, which I prefer. Google Sheets. If you don't want to use Excel sheets, this is Google Sheets, right? So you see that Google has almost all of these things that you're looking for. This is Password Manager. These are where you keep all your passwords, right? This is Google Ads, travel, so many things. So this is where we want to focus on. This is Forms now. This is Google Forms. And that is what we need, right? And you want to use this to maybe carry out a simple survey for people, so for them to fill your form so that you have an idea of what you want to do, right? So you click on form. It's just like when you're doing a research work in school and you need to send out surveys for people to fill, businesses, whatever, right? You search out a form. You can see all these are forms that have already been set This one is the assignment submission form. This one is, so you can see that you can use it for submitting assignments, use it for submitting details and information, use it to, you can even use it leads. You want people to fill out the form, submit their name and their email. You want people to, you need volunteers for something, you want people to volunteer them to fill and reach out to you, right? Okay. So these are all forms already existing. So if you want to create a new form, you can see this is blank. Now you want to start a form afresh. You see that's blank. So once you, if I hit that, we can now start a form afresh. See, you can see templates of forms that they already have. You see contact information, T-shirt sign up, RSVP, party invite, right? This is template gallery where they have their templates. This one is want to invite people to parties and all of that, right? But let's say we want to create a new form. So we'll click on this blank and then it comes out pretty much simple, right? It comes out. You see here you have untitled form. So you give your form a title. I don't know, whatever you want to give it as a title. Let's say blah 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 blah. What do we do? What do we say now? Say you want to see understanding. So let's say we want to see something off the top of my head now, right? I'm trying to think of something. Let's say we want to see, I don't know. Let's just put down understanding your real estate consents. Let's also want to do something with real estate. So let's see that's the title of our form now. That's what you want the form to do. You see here that there's a form description. Now, the form description is to tell your users this is what this form is about, right? Or this is what this survey is about, right? So let's say I want to do a survey. I want to understand people's real estate concerns and what they are going to be looking out for in a real estate industry or a real estate company, or what they want a real estate company to improve that they don't have, and all of those stuff. Most people that mostly do this kind of research are mostly product designers when they want to produce design an app or a website or anything like that, right? So we can now say something like this survey is to understand your concerns about the real estate industry. This is off the top of my head now. And what improvements you would look out for in a real estate company that will this is off the top of my head, so it's kind of rough, but I'm just trying to piece things together. So you say this survey is to understand your concerns about real estate industry and what improvements you would look to see or you look out for in, let's not add a real estate company. This survey is to understand your concerns about the real estate industry and what improvements you will look out for to make, to enable you make an informed decision. Let's just say to enable or to warrant you making a decision on the real estate company to use their services. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's just off the top of my head, right? And okay, I think that should work. You can then put a disclaimer of some sort. You can then say maybe n/b as notes, or you can say notes, simply say notes. You can now say something like the information given in this form will be secured and not used for any or not given to any third party. So they know that their information is safe, right? You can also say that they are also free to skip. Let's say maybe you don't want to answer this question, that they are also free to. You are. What am I typing? You know, just maybe just a disclaimer like this, right? And you tell them that they can also leave certain questions. Let's say we want to make this bold. That's the note. So we'll make it a bold. So you can tell them that if they don't also are not be comfortable with answering certain questions, let's give a space down here. If they're not comfortable with answering certain questions, they can also leave it. And then those questions that you don't want them to answer, that you might want them to not answer, you also leave those options not compulsory, right? So what do I start with now? So this is like a form, right? And let's say we want to understand their real estate challenges. You then go by asking the relevant questions that you want them to answer. And those questions should be simple and direct and easy. And the form should not also be so long that they might not really want to pay attention to or just want to rush it, right? I understand that, yes, sometimes these forms are not like the best way to actually get what you want to get from your audience, but they are also a makeshift way to be able to actually get information from your audience to do what you want. So let's start by saying, what's the first question I want to ask? Now, people in the real estate industry, what's the first question you think that you want to ask your audience? Anybody wants to give me a question? Let's know if the question is going to make sense. Anybody? Okay. Anybody? So let's see. The first question I want to ask them is, let's start with so let me first of all show you guys this thing so you know that the kind of question you ask is what is your budget? What's your budget might be it's too straightforward. It's a good question, but it seems too straightforward. It's as if you are just going out for their money. So, but that will come in. So let's say now, these are like variable answers. Okay, let's start with a question like this. Let's say you want to give them a question that they have to make options. You can see here you have multi-choice. You can see if you click, sorry, let me calm down and show you. Yeah, your choice of house or location. Thank you. That should be one. Now let's say where would you prefer to stay, or what location? What location would you say you prefer to live in, or would you prefer to stay? I don't know how to put it. Question mark. Sorry, this is where location, not English. What location would you prefer to stay or to live? I don't know. The English is sounding somehow to my ears. It's scratching my ear, but Let's for the purpose of this class, let's just leave it. So now you see here you have multi-choice questions, and you have checkboxes, you have drop down. Now let's say they want to give them option to choose. We want to give them an option to choose, right? So this is multi-choice question. Now you said, what location would you prefer to stay, right? And you now say you have here urban area. You have here what are the other ones aside urban? You have here urban
Rural area.
rural area. Is there any other? Is there a third one? Is there a third one? Is there any other one aside urban and rural? Most
I
people
don't
know
think there is.
most people will not want to stay in rural areas. So, but you just give them that option, right? See, urban area, rural area, then maybe you can just add others, right? Let's cancel this here. And then you see add order here. So others will just appear. So they can choose others. So this is now them making a choice between urban area and rural area where they will want to stay. This might not be a very appropriate question to ask because definitely most people might get it, but it's still appropriate. So you know the kind of people that you're targeting, if they prefer to stay in rural area or if they prefer to stay in urban areas. Some people will tell you that they want to stay in rural areas because rural area life is quiet or something like that, right? Some will tell you they like to stay in so neighborhoods, right? So you can just say that. And then you see that that's multi-choice. So multi-choice means that they can choose this, they can select anyone they want to select, preferred location rather. Yes, what would you? Yeah, thank you. That English sounded somehow in my ear. What is your preferred location? Thank you. I, that sounds better. I knew that this English was sounding somehow. Location. What's your preferred location? In choosing advancements. Right. So let's say you give them this, right? And they tell you this is multi-choice, right? Which is definitely better. Now, this is checkboxes. Checkboxes means that they can select as much as they want in checkboxes. So in checkboxes, they can select both urban area and rural area, right? And for some certain questions, that might not make sense that they select, but there are certain questions that you have to give them checkboxes. That's the one that maybe they can have, you can have multiple options in a particular place. So you use that as well. So this is like, so we'll now leave this. So that's checkbox. I just want to show you what it looks like. Now this is drop down. A drop down is that they are going to see a drop down and be able to select. Most times that is not advisable. So you just leave it at multiple choice. So let them make a choice. Then you see here you have short answer, you have part. So now let's see. And you can make it a required question.
I can't hear you again.
That means you want them to compulsorily answer this question, meaning they can't skip it. This one you can make it compulsory. So this is where you make it compulsory. You see this down, you see this toggle, it becomes a start. So it means that they cannot submit this. Better now. Is it better now?
Yes, it
Is
is.
my voice better now? Can you hear me
Yes.
now?
Yes.
Okay. Right. Okay. So you see, I was saying required, right? If you want them to compose Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Mm, sorry. Back to the form. It's not what I want to show today, but obviously that's what I ended up showing. Okay, now you see, yeah. Okay, let me check. You can see this. You can see the screen now, right? I guess. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Right. So now, if you want to make the question, like I said, you want to make it compulsory, they must answer. You now put here to be required, which I toggled on. If you don't want it to be compulsory, you turn it off. Right. So this is like you, but definitely make the questions very easy that they want to answer, right? But also still give them options. But this one we can leave this are required, so they just have to choose whether they want to stay in an urban area or a local area, right? Now, we want to add another question, so we'll just click here this add button, that you can see by the right hand side. Cross it, and then it's going to add, right? And you can see that another question has come up. Now, from this, you can now ask the next question that is on your mind. So maybe the next question we want to find out is what factors, let's say, what factors will influence your choice of picking a neighborhood. A neighborhood. Or let's say, what factors will influence your preferred choice of location? Let's leave it this way, right? This is the next question. What factors will influence your preferred choice of location, right? What is this? Why am I seeing rule one? Multiple grid. That's not what I want. So let's say we now come here and say, now maybe you want to give them options. If you want them to type what they would prefer, better. But I think you should give them options that they can answer from, right? So we can now pick. Now this one is going to be not going to be a multi-choice question, but this is going to be a checkbox. I'll tell you why I'll say it should be a checkbox later. Let's finish up. So let's say what will influence, or what factors will influence the preferred choice of location. You can now decide to say one, peace and quiet. Some people want to tell that they like peace and quiet environment, peace and quiet. One, peace and quiet, and let's say that is one. The next option, you can now see proximity to workplace. Some people who work remote, this will not be their one of their criteria, right? So you now see proximity to workplace. You now see proximity to, you can now add proximity to markets, schools, churches, mosque,
hospital,
right? Hospital can come on its own, but let's add it, right? Centrality to accessibility. Yeah, so you can say accessibility. Yeah, so this should be accessibility to easy accessibility to markets, schools, church, mosque, hospital, and others. Let's say an hospital, right? Can I come here and say, you want to give them variety of options that might make them prefer a location. Some people tell that they cannot stay in a quiet environment. They like a place that is very, very agile. So maybe you now see, I don't know what to add here. Let me check. Someone is putting something on the chat box. So Okay. So you can add another question. So this question has to be relevant to, I'm just doing this off the top of my head, level of security. Thank you. Thank you very much. Very close proximity to, let's say, police station. Because some people think that they cannot stay in an environment that is not close to police station because of their security. Maybe they have seen certain things before that wanted to destroy their life, you know. So you now have this as an option, right? And then we now have I can't leave it at that. I don't know, nothing's coming to my head again. So we have added peace and quiet, proximity to workplace, easy accessibility to markets, schools, church, mosque, and hospital, close proximity to police station. What do they call this now? Very populated area. So some people will tell that they like to stay in places where people are many. So you can now see largely populated area. Now say largely populated area. You can then add another one to be sparsely populated or sparsely, not so much. Sparsely populated area, and you can now say others. Amenities, rowdy environment, that's for persons who can stay in a quiet area. Thank you. So that's like for largely populated areas. Because anywhere that is very largely populated, noise must plenty. Parks and leisure, yeah. Amenities like water and electricity supply. Thank you. So these are very good options. Now, densely populated. Thank you. Now we have here, you now say closeness to proximity to or close proximity to parks and leisure centers. Right, you can add that, and centers is not correct. So you see how you can add the equations, right? You can add then amenities like water and electricity supply here. So you want to also add here another thing that they might also want is constant power supply. This one is quite not so visible in Nigeria, but let's say constant power supply and water sources, right? And water sources. So you now add others. Let's just leave it at that, right? Let's just say this is what we selected. And you can move a question upward. So we want to move this question, and we can decide to move it upwards. Let's see how to move that question upward again. So let's say we want to move this upward. You see where I took my button to? Take your button to the edge. Now, let's say we want to move this upward. We can decide to move it upward. So we move it upward. You just hold your mouse and then drag it upward. So let's say we want to move it to this place. So close proximity. Police station, large constant power supply, and let's say we want to also move this one to this place. Move it and drop it there. Now, I said that I would like this to be a checkbox, so I'll turn this from multiple choice to checkboxes, right? Because some people would prefer to have many of these things in one. Most people would rather have many of these things in one place. So they can choose peace and quiet, proximity to workplace, easier. They can tick it to be a tick box. But this one, you can only choose one, urban area or rural area, right? So, yeah, so that's on that, right? And you can add as, then say that is what you wanted them to pick. They now pick that. You now come here and add another question. You can now add, I don't know, say, would you prefer, now you can decide to add now, would you prefer to use the services of a real estate agent, or do it yourself, or find an apartment yourself. So you see, I think this question is relevant. It just came into my head. So you want to know if they prefer to use the services, or they want to find an apartment themselves. This will also give you an idea of the number of people that would prefer to use real estate services and number of people that would prefer to look for apartment themselves, because some people prefer to look for it themselves because they tell that they have seen shege in the hands of some of the agents, right? So you then give them the options. You now come here and say use a real estate agent. This one is not going to be a tick box. This one is going to be this one is not going to be a multi-choice question now. Okay, yeah, this is going to be a multi-choice rather, not a tick box, not check box. So you say I'm saying is a real estate agent, and then come here and also add find an apartment myself. So they just pick which one that they prefer. So those are like the two questions. Now you add another one if you want to add. How many questions have we asked? 1, 2, 3. This is the fourth question. And the fourth question can be something still relevant that makes sense for you to know exactly who you're targeting. Right? You now ask, this is also going to be very important. What range of apartments? What is the price range of apartments? What's the price range of apartments you would prefer? Now, this is to know what price range they prefer. All right, you can start with saying, let's not say what price range. Let's just say, what's your preferred type of apartment? Now, let's say this is for rental. Let's say we are doing for rental. What's your preferred type of apartment? Right? And then you give them the option. Now, this one is showing short answer text. This is if you want them to type the answer by themselves, right? But I will not say give them the answer by themselves. So you still give them multi-choice. So you can then put here the various options. Let's start with, say, 1 room. Let's start with 1 room, 2 rooms, self-contained apartment, mini flats. Come here and say the next one should be 2-bedroom flats. I don't know, this is like off the top of my head now. Let's say we are doing something like this, right? And so you are doing for rental, right? And what else should we add? Duplex. I don't know. I'm just adding that. I don't know if it's an option. And then you add others. Let's cancel this one. Basically, these are like the kind of questions you want to ask in a survey. Now, these are not the types that you should definitely ask, but I'm giving you an idea of what you'll be looking out for if you want to do a survey research, which might not necessarily give you the kind of answer you want, because people just want to feel it. Maybe they just want to rush it and fill it out. Most times, the preferred way to actually do the research is to have one-on-one conversations with people and know exactly what they prefer, because that's where you're talking to them and you know exactly what they want now, right? And then you can then ask them their salary range or average income. What's their average income? So you know the amount of money that the most people you'll be dealing with have. So you do average income. You can decide to put option, or better still, you can decide to give them a short answer. So they just put their income average, right? Some people might not want to feel this. They might not want to feel this, so you might want to leave it out. But if you want them to feel it, you can then give them multi-choice question by saying, giving them range of average income. You can now say something from like, say, 100,000 naira, where is 100K, 100,000. And now do something like 100,000 naira to say to 200,000 naira. So now you're giving them range for them to pick from, which level of income that they fall in, right? This one now can now be 200,000 naira to say maybe 400,000. You want to maybe increase the margin a little, right? So you know the people you're catering for, and you now put it there. You keep on adding 400,000. Now let's say this one is, say, from 500. Or could have just made this 500K, so that I don't want to waste time here. You can reduce it later on yourself. So let's say this one will now be from 500,000 to 1 million naira. This is did I just put average income? Let's make this average monthly income. So let's edit this question to the average monthly income. Yeah, so let's give them those options, right? I don't want to waste much time again. So these are the options that we have given them. So that way they're going to pick the price range that they feel is best for them. Now, let's give them a question that they will answer for themselves, right? You can add other questions. Like I said, the form is not supposed to be too long. You can now say, what are the major challenges What are the major challenges? What do you think is a major challenge? Would be a major challenge. This is off the top of my head. I don't know how relevant this is. What do you think would be a major challenge in finding your dream apartment, right? Maybe now you want them to give an answer. Now you see that this is a long answer text. This means they can type in whatever they feel like they want to type in a sentence. They can decide to tell you, oh, I think they might be the agents, or you can decide to ask. This can be a long answer text. The question that could also give them a long answer text can be, have you faced? Now let's add another question to make you know what their challenges have been. Have you faced any challenge in sorting or let's say in using a real estate agent before? Question mark. If yes, comma. Okay, you might want to leave this one to be a yes or no question, right? You can give this one option 1, yes, option 2, no. So let them pick from there. Then you can now come down and say, if yes, that means for people that answered yes above, if yes, and you have to make this optional. Not everybody wants to explain. If yes, comma, could you explain what those challenges were and how you were able to solve it? So you see that now this is going to be a long answer text, right? And you have to leave it optional. which means you don't have to tick here required. These other ones, maybe you can decide to tick some of them required, like maybe this one, you can make it required. This one, you can make it required, so that once they answer the question, they must answer it, otherwise they're not going to jump past. But this particular question now, you might have to leave it to not to be optional. The reason being that you want to find out what their challenges have been, right? This is going to give you, of course, for the ones that will care to explain, this is going to give you a detailed information about what these people have been facing already as their challenges, right? Especially those, of course, their challenges using a real estate agent, because maybe now you want to know what your own unique selling point will be. You want to know what you're going to use to captivate your audience, or what you're going to use to do better than those already in the market before you. And you now say, let them explain what the challenges were and how they were able to solve it. You now also want to know what solution did they use, right? So that you can also know how your own solution is going to help them solve that problem, right? That your own solution online is going to help them solve that problem. So you now want to do this. So these are like how you just do a survey. So you see this is responses. So if you send out this form, you're going to see responses, and responses are going to show here. Just like when I was checking that form, you could see how many people responded, just 10, 13, 10, 11, 12, 13, depends. Sorry, I think the network is going to be unstable. Okay. So you're going to get your responses here, right? So this is where, for now, there are no responses on this form. I just want you to see how it looks like. So you see that you're not pitching a company, you're not telling them I'm this brand or I'm that brand or this. You're just doing this form to be able to know what they are going through. Now you see here that this form is automatically collecting emails from all respondents. So Google has a way of giving you their leads through emails, right? So this form, you might not necessarily need to ask them to put their emails anymore, because the form is already automatically collecting their emails for you. So once they fill the form, they are going to submit it to their emails, and their emails will be registered. That way, you haven't gotten their email to the club. So this in this form.
Sir, the voice is somehow.
Hello, sir. It is breaking. Your network is cracking.
The voice is cracking. It's used to crack. Please, can you louder, please, so that we can hear you well? Hello.
Sorry, I got knocked out.
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Your voice is cracking, so that you can speak louder, so that you can get the knowledge that you are trying to impart, please.
Yeah, sorry, I was knocked out by the network again, but I am back. Sorry.
Okay, thank you.
So back to the forms. It's crazy. This class will soon end. Okay, so yeah, so now this is the form, right? Let's round up with the form. By the time you're done putting out your questions, please, man.
Hello.
By the time you're done
Hello.
putting out your questions
Hello.
and doing all the necessary things you want to do.
Hello.
Now I know that you
The
want to
network is still
know
not
how you're going to. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
the network is not friendly the earlier as possible.
Okay, hold on, just give me a second.
It's not friendly.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Yes,
If
we
you're not
can
hearing me,
hear
please tell me
you.
you're not hearing me. Let me know.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. So let's just wrap this up. I brought this out because of a demand. So because I think this, well, who's putting, what is this? Who's marking my screen? Okay, so this is the form, right? And by the time you're done with this form, you want to put it out to people. You want people to see the form. You want people to get to fill the form by the time you're done. So you just go here, you click on send, right? Okay, no, this is to, this is not the send the form, sorry, rather. Now you can customize this theme to whatever you want to do. You can preview the form. So let's preview the form first and see how it's going to look like in other people's this thing. So if you send somebody this form, this is how it's going to look like, right? This is how the person is going to be able to pick their answers. You can see where this one that is checkbox. You can see this one that is multi-choice. So the person will just select the answer, select the answer, right? You can see this is the preview of it. You can see the multi-choice questions where they can select more than one option for their answer, right? And you can also go down. You can see here, you can see the equations, you can see how it's going to look like. This is where they have to put in their answer. So they will type the answer that you want them to type. The same thing here, they will type the answer you want them to type. And then after that, they're just going to click the submit button and automatically you're going to get their responses to your email. This is a preview of the form. So let's go back to editing the form, right? And you can undo and do there. So we click here, right? And you can add a collaborator, you can print, you can do script editor, whatever you want to do on this form, right? And I'm trying to see where you can send this form. So now, this is where you want to get the form to out to people. Now, if you have names or email addresses of people you want to fill your form, now that is where you already have people you want them to fill your form, not random people. You see where I clicked send form. When you click on send form, you can see this name, understanding, all these people, right? We don't want that. So you want to get a link because maybe you want to post it on your social media. You want to post it on Twitter. You've written a text, you want to post it. You've written it, you put it on Facebook. You want to post it so that people are going to see it. You come down to this place. You see link. So this is the link now, right? This is a link. But the link is too long and you can see Google has given you an opportunity to shorten the link. So you just click on shorten URL. Automatically, it will shorten the form link for you. So the link is not that long. If I change it back, you can see how long this link is. It is not good that your link should be this long, right? So you click on shorten the link. It has shortened it and you can see how short the link is now, right? And then you simply copy the link. And when you copy the link, it has been copied, you paste it to where you want to paste it to. Now let me just paste the link on this chat, and then I paste the link here, and just like they post the Google link, this is the link to the form. So if you guys start from that link now, it's going to take you directly to the form, and you can fill out the form, right? And that is just simply how to do it. Now that is for using this Google survey form to do a survey of your audience so that you can know what you want to put down in your buyer persona, right? So that you have a detailed understanding of who you're targeting in your business. Now that link, you can copy the link, you can paste it on your socials. Maybe you want to post this form on, so you want to get info from people on social media, Facebook, you can post it there. You want to get info from people on Twitter, Instagram. Instagram most times does not allow you to post link on a message or on a caption. So you want to put the link on your bio. Yeah, of course, most of us know what Instagram bio is. But you want to put the link on your Instagram bio so that you tell people to go and click on the link in your bio. So they will now go and click on the link. But definitely, whatever you're going to be putting out has to be attractive enough to make them want to go and check out that research, right? Because it's optional. You're not paying them for the research, right? You're not supposed to force them for it. It's them deciding to give you their information, whether they like to give that information out or not is their choice. So you have to also be very, 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 very very meticulous in the way you're going to approach them and the way you want them to give you their responses, right? So today I've been able to look at our assignments and done the necessary corrections. And from that, I also noticed that a lot of people have a lot of problem with understanding who their target markets are, especially like that. My brother that prays, right, that asks a question in the morning, that this thing also demands research, some level of research, right? So now you can see somebody has already responded. So do you see that? This is the form. You can see one response. So this is where you can see the response of people that have responded, right? Someone has a question. Sorry, I'm coming out. You have opportunity to ask your question. You now click on responses, and it's going to load the responses. You can see Ojetunde Praise has already responded, right? And you can see that it's giving you a graph of where this person, how many people chose, a percentage of people that choose a particular area. You can see for now it's only one person. So you see rural area, 100%. By the time you have more than one person fill your form, some people pick urban, some people pick rural, you're going to see them divided into percentages according to colors, right? If you have more than, now you can see this one. This one has more options, and you can see different colors: 1 room, 2 rooms, self-contained, mini flat, 2-bedroom flat. You use this to make an informed decision and know people that actually want your. You can see his email is automatically registered. So I've already gotten his email from this response. Someone has a question. Who said they have a question? So that's it.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm the
Sunday,
one that said I
Isaac.
have question. Can I ask my question now?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, a
Yes,
while
sure.
ago,
Go
I
on,
tried
please.
creating a Google form at work. So I was
Okay.
able to create the form and I posted it. But after posting the form, I couldn't locate the response anymore on my phone or on my system. So could there be that I made a mistake or something? I couldn't
If you
locate it
couldn't,
on my system anymore.
if you couldn't locate the responses, it might mean that you're not really opening the
Yes.
form that you created. Maybe you're opening the version that your people are supposed to fill out, not the one that you are going to see the responses. So if you want to see I don't know, I don't really have a clear picture of what you're saying, right? But say you want to see the responses to your form, just like I'm seeing it now, and you can go down here. Yes, this grid should be off my screen. You can go down to, let's say you want to see the responses now, you go to the new Google tab, just like we have a new Google tab here now, right? And then you still click on those 4 boxes where you have these boxes. Let it open up. You scroll down to Google Forms where you have your forms. When you click on that, so far as you have access to the form, which you have, of course, you should have access since you're the one that created it, you will now see forms owned by you. This one is owned by anyone. That means I'm not the only person that owns the form.
That was the issue. I was seeing other forms that have been created before, but the new one I created, I couldn't find
You
it.
did not see it.
Yes.
I don't know what that issue might. Did you name the form?
Yes,
You
it
can see
was
it's
named.
unnamed.
Yes, the form was named, and I shared it to someone filled it,
Okay, but you couldn't find the form
but
anymore.
I
Like you
couldn't
couldn't see
find
the
it.
form at all.
Yes, I didn't see it at all.
That is strange. And thinking of the possibility of why you shouldn't see a form that you created, because you can see, I can see so many forms here. Some are the ones I
Yes.
created myself. Some are the ones that people created and shared with me. So I don't know. I don't know why you couldn't see that form.
Hello, Ivy, can you hear me?
Yes, I
Yes, I
can hear
can hear
you.
you.
Okay, first of all, what email did you use? So it depends. How many email address do you have?
I have
So that might also.
I have 2 email address, but I
So
checked the drive for the one I used.
And you couldn't still find
okay,
it.
so
Yes.
check the other drive. Check both email address. Check the
All right.
drive of the 2 email address. You might have created it on another drive on the second email without.
All right, I'll do that.
Yeah, just do that and
Thank you
check.
very much.
Yeah. Any other question? Okay, we already have 2 responses, so you can see. Now this person chose a rural area. You can see it. Okay, Praise, your hand is up. You can ask your question.
Thank you very much for the lecture so far, sir. Sir, I want to ask. There was a time I did one introduction to website designing stuff. And I remember that my tutor then told me about a website being responsive. That is, it might work on the system, PC. I might not work on the phone. I don't know whether it is applicable to this form, because recently I filled the form, it wasn't responding on my phone. Then I contacted the admin. The guy said he wouldn't work on the phone, that I should open it on my laptop, and it worked. So I want to know, is it related to this or not? Thank you, sir.
I don't think it is. A Google form can open on a phone. It can open on a laptop, right? Is not like a website per se. Is a form. Your website needs to be responsive. But a Google form can open on a phone, can open on a laptop, it can open anywhere. Except maybe there is a little hitch or glitch or something from, I don't know, whichever end it comes from, but it's not applicable on this form. Right.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay, so I had to just rush through this, and I think I'm already behind time. So our next class, I'll be showing you guys, but I think we still have other classes. We still have some more days to go. So there will be other stops, but these are the major thing here is creating the Google form is easy, right? The form is not so difficult to create and get your responses. The major thing is the kind of questions that you want to ask on the form. That is going to determine, that's the make or mark for the aim of what you're doing. What are the kind of questions you want to ask? Ask them questions that are relevant, one, because these people are people that just want to take out time to fill your form, and it's not compulsory on their end. So you want them to answer the questions relevant to their pain points. In as much as you're trying to do it for something that is going to be beneficial to you or your business, you also want to make them understand that these questions you're asking should also be something that should be beneficial to them, because they have experienced an issue and they want to solve it. Do you understand? So those questions are going to be very relevant to what they want, relevant to how it's going to solve their own needs, because that's what is going to make them answer the questions. If not, they will not answer it. If the question is going to meet their needs, it's going to help them solve their problem, they will now look at, oh, if I answer this question correctly, maybe this might help somebody to solve my problem that have been pressing me. They will want to answer the question. But if you're just asking maybe haphazard questions or questions that do not really touch down, you're going to get very low responses. And if you make maybe you gotta make all your options just like this one. You see, this is a long test. I made it optional. maybe you gotta make all your options to be must answer, right? Like this one now is required. I can decide to make this required. If you gotta make all your options required and people get to where they don't want to fill a form and you make it required, they might just end up leaving it and not filling it out. Do you understand? So you also need to know what kind of questions you want them to. Mostly multiple choice questions like this can be required, right? But when it comes to questions that they have to really type, except the information is so valid that you read that might be very necessary, I don't think I will advise you to make it required, because first of all, people don't even like to waste too much time typing plenty things. People don't like reading, people don't like typing too much. So you want to make your form short, you want to make the questions direct, you want to make it something that is going to make sense to them, that this is going to solve their problem and not just giving you information. And then you want them to give you responses that are relevant to your question. So the attendance link, I think, has been dropped on the chat session. So is there any other question, first of all? Any other question from anybody?
No, good morning, sir. I don't have any question to ask, but I just want to register my appreciation. This Google form, I've been hearing of it all along, but I really did not know how to go about it. But from the lecture so far, I can navigate. Though the kind of business I do is not is quite different from what most of us are doing, but I've seen exactly where I can fit in, and I really appreciate. Thank you, sir.
What kind of business do you do?
Well, I'm a private tutor. I prepare people for international exams. I do it on a very private level. This Cambridge International Checkpoint exams, IGCSE. So with this Google form, like asking questions, since my sessions are basically online, so I can just arrange questions and then send for those students who I connect with to try their hands on. So it's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. I love it, sir. Thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome. Okay, thank you. Any other person? So please start filling the attendance. So that person that said didn't fill attendance yesterday, please, the attendance link has been posted in the chat section. Please start filling out the attendance, so you don't say you do not have the attendance list. Please, it's very important. Thank you. The attendance has been posted like 4 times now, maybe 5 times, not more. Please. Any other question? No question. Okay, now this is what you guys are going to do. Create a Google form from scratch, like this one that I just did, and ask relevant questions relevant to a business. I say you should use your business now.
Hello.
I don't know.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, hello, sir. I can hear you.
When the class will start? I think now we are going for break, right?
No, we are ending the class for today.
Okay. This is the end of the class of today. Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
today. Yes, today we did not do till 1.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you, sir. We can hear you, sir.
So,
Hello.
Yakub, your network is bad, right? That's the problem. Your network is bad. It's not IB's network.
Seifa, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly, IB, but his own network is bad. So it's coming from his own end.
Okay, so Mr. Yakub, please, the class is going to end today by 12. So that's why, if you notice, we didn't take a break today, right? Unlike yesterday. So today's class is ending by 12. So please, everyone should try out their hands on this Google